Hey y'all, and welcome to another Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 recap. We are recapping episode 8 today. And whew, honey, episode 8 was crazy. It was a lot going on. It was kind of like very mild at the beginning. I thought that everybody was gonna be all kumbaya-ish, everybody was back to their normal lives and just kind of like not all around each other. But we should have known that these ladies was gonna find a way to stir it up. So let's see. Oh, Kelly, she was going through a lot. She was very emotional this episode, recapping everything that's going on with her divorce and how her husband is just kind of being really particular about what she can and can't do and restricting her a lot. And, she was very upset. That's probably why Kelly got so many issues with some of the ladies, is because when people are going through things, they will bleed on you. Then that's what she's been doing. She's been bleeding and lashing out at these other ladies because of what's going on with her. Same with Pinky. But Kelly is dating a little mystery boo, honey. Oh, okay. Go ahead and get your little groove back, honey. And then K Michelle was getting her teeth done. But ain't her husband a dentist? Why she going to another dentist to get her teeth done? Why he ain't doing it? They can't get a family discount or something? I don't know about that. That's a little weird. But she was getting her teeth done and she's still working on this plot, honey. How can somebody plot to take you down, K Michelle? What, they taking you down to the basement with some of them candy and Tide tricks that they was doing? Because what they taking you down with, honey? I just think K Michelle was just too much. I don't know. She always thinks somebody is just plotting against her when they really not. They just shading and they throwing shade. But anyway, we ain't gonna go too far on that again. And then Miss Portia juggling her two boos. She liked Mike. She also liked Sway. But Mike want a baby, honey. And Portia said, honey, she ain't ruining that fine body to have another baby, okay? Because that's a lot of work. And it is. Portia's in her 40s. And although women can have babies at this age, I don't blame her for not wanting to go there because, honey, that's a lot of work and responsibility. And then it don't work again. Then you stuck raising the baby by yourself. I think she good with her one. Also, she's a very busy entrepreneur. So, that would slow her down with some of her endeavors. And then where they gonna live? Because they can't live in that man house, are they? I hope not, but I don't know. But anyway, but Sway want a baby too, but Sway says she gonna carry her own baby, honey. So Sway gonna turn from the man to the woman to carry a baby. I just don't understand these people that be these what they call butch women carrying babies. Like, but that was the same with the Brat and Judy. So with the Brat and Judy, the Brat was the quote unquote male of the relationship, but she carried the baby, which I thought was crazy. To see the Brat carrying a baby, I would have never thought I would see that. But yeah, that's what Sway said she willing to do for Portia, honey. If her and Portia get together, she gonna carry her own baby. Okay, Sway, go ahead. I see you, girl. Go ahead. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know with Portia. I think Portia do need to drop Mike, because if you're not willing to have a baby and he don't have no kids, you gotta let that man go be with somebody that can have him some kids, because he's always gonna be miserable in a relationship with you. Um, Shamia was going through a lot as well with her surrogate, and Shamia and her husband, they have one embryo left, which means that they've took her egg and his sperm and made it form into an embryo where a baby can be implanted into her surrogate, so the surrogate could grow the baby. But the thing is, when they implant that embryo inside of another woman, if it doesn't stay alive, then they don't get to have a baby. And they just pay for this whole procedure, and basically the baby is gone. And I think this is her last egg, maybe, or I don't know if it's her husband's last sperm. It can't be his last sperm because we ain't have more sperm. But I guess it's her last egg. And somebody was suggesting using her sister egg, but she said she don't want no baby with her sister and her husband. She said no, that's too much. But anyway, she's stressing out because they only got one embryo left. Her husband wants a son, and she can't carry the son. And I don't know why Shamia can't have a baby and why they're going through a surrogate, but she's definitely dealing with a lot with that. Prayers up to them, because that's very stressful. I mean, I couldn't imagine being in that situation. Thankfully, I was able to have my kids naturally and I didn't have to go through all of that, because if I did, I probably wouldn't have kids, honestly. That mess costs way too much money. So I am very thankful I didn't have to do that. And then, oh, Kelly, honey. Kudos to Kelly. Kelly be getting on my nerves sometimes, but kudos to Kelly because Kelly gave her daughter a box of condoms to take to her with her to college. And speaking from my own experience, that was a good idea, Kelly. I wish I would have thought about that. You don't want your children to have sex, but Lord have mercy, prepare them anyway. If you do let a little boy get in your ear and talk you into having sex with him, at least you got condoms if he don't. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I wish I had of. You know what I'm saying? But that's good that you're preparing your daughter. You need to also teach her how to use them and teach her how it feels. Or you can't teach her how it feels, but let her know how it feels if it was a break so that she would know that they need to stop and put on another one. Like, you really have to equip these kids these days because they dumb as hell. And when you dumb as hell, you don't know what you're doing, that's how you get pregnant. I'm just speaking from experience. I'm just gonna tell you. So, but Portia and Sway had a little cute little date night, all looking all gay and cute. Yeah, I just love it. I like them together. I guess, she makes Portia happy. And then, so Phaedra, honey, is a Reiki master. Am I saying it right? I think so. But Phaedra and Cynthia look really, really good. Like, I'm gonna just say, some of these women know how to dress, and then the other ones, I just be like, what do you have on? Like, who dressed you? You need, not only do you need a glam squad, you also need a personal assistant to shop for you, because honey, it look like you be shopping in your grandma closet, okay? Mm-hmm. And y'all got all this money on TV looking the way that y'all looking, honey. I'm sorry, but one thing about Phaedra, and I saw a clip on YouTube, they were talking about Phaedra wigs look a mess. Honey, Phaedra don't never go nowhere looking a mess. I don't even think she go to sleep at night looking a mess. Because Phaedra be on point from head to toe. Teta's looking all good and perky and whatever she got on. Face beat to the guys. Wig slayed. Nails, hair, toes. Everything did. You know that song? Hair did, nail thing, everything did. That's how Phaedra look, honey. That's why I be bigging Phaedra up all the time, because she that girl, honey. I be like, yes, Phaedra, let me be a fly on your wall and just get some of your stuff when you ain't looking, okay? I ain't even your size, and my booty ain't that big, but dang, Phaedra, you be looking good. But yeah, she had the Reiki thing going on to kind of give the ladies some zen, and you can't be bringing no zen to these ladies when they bitter and messy. But some of them did actually take in and partake in the, system, and they actually found some peace in themselves. And then some of them just kept being, negative Nancy's. That's what they is, negative Nancy. So that was really cool. Phaedra really do got 18,000 jobs. Like, Laura, she do everything. She'll represent you from going to jail, but if you happen to go to jail and get shanked to death, then she gonna put you together for your funeral. She said she gonna make you look better than you looked when you was alive. And that's a hard feat right there, I'm just gonna say. Because sometimes when they be in them caskets, honey, no disrespect to the dead, but honey, some of them people don't look how they look. So Phaedra said she gonna make you look better than what you look when you was alive. She also, what else Phaedra be doing? I cannot think, but she also is a Reiki master. She's going to bring the Zen to you. So Phaedra is the jack of all trades. Oh, go ahead, Phaedra. I ain't even mad at you. And then, Lord, Portia done came with them cheeks out. Lord, why these women be coming? Why? I don't know. I know that probably be for the men watching in prison. Because I don't know if y'all know, but the men be watching y'all in prison and doing what they do to themselves while they watching y'all shows. So you just keep that in mind. And then, Lord, more drama. So here come K. Michelle coming to the event talking about Portia was dating her ex. And that K. Michelle didn't like that. So apparently Portia is the one that brought K. Michelle around this group. And K. Michelle found out from her ex, that her last public ex, that Portia dated him, and she breaking girl code and didn't tell that they was dating. But Phaedra also said that her and Portia used to date the same guy, not at the same time, but let me tell you something about y'all celebrities. Y'all share vaginas and penises. What you mad for? Didn't you just say don't talk about you in black because you got a whole husband? But now, why you talking to your ex, K. Michelle, to even find out that him and Portia dated after y'all wasn't together? Y'all are community vaginas and penises, okay? Why is we worrying about who is sharing who? All y'all share each other. All of y'all share each other. Oh, it's because it's girl code and because y'all hanging out with each other. You know how many people y'all all done been around and been with together? You don't know, do you? Oh, K. Michelle, Pola, Tink Tink. Girl, you've been a celebrity for a long time. You just finding drama just to have drama. But I understand. Maybe you getting your little get back. I don't know. It's looking a little weird because if my ex would have told me they was dating Portia, I would have never brought it on the show. I would have let him have that, and he would have went to his grave with it because I definitely wouldn't have brought it on no show. Complaining about who my ex is dating, honey. I'm sorry that you had to date him after me because he ain't no damn good. That's why you ain't with him, right? Okay, women be so damn stupid. But anyway, um, these ladies just, like I said, I thought this was gonna be a drama-free episode, but it turned out to not be. And I do want to say, I'm glad that K Michelle was able to be direct and come and say what she said, but I don't like that you bringing up an ex and you married K Michelle, because I'm just gonna tell you, I don't care what woman date my ex. I don't. I feel sorry for you, honestly. That's how I'm just gonna leave that. I definitely ain't gonna be mad at you. I'm just gonna be like, ooh, I feel your pain, girl. But anyway, uh, then K Michelle and Drew got into it again. Guess why K Michelle and Drew got into it? Because K Michelle can't seem to stop talking about damn Black. The person that she says she don't want associated with her. She can't keep this nigga name out her mouth. And then Drew Sidora told her to yodel her ass up out of there. Yodel, 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 hee-hoo. On the up out of here. K Michelle keep talking about Black. Then they almost fought again. Lord, then Portia and Kelly got into it. I'm just like, and then Portia and Kelly arguing about who got more bodies. Like I said, all y'all done been with everybody and they daddy, they uncles, they cousins, they brothers, honey. Y'all done shared that little poom poom all over Atlanta and then some. Then y'all done went to the Africans and all of that, honey. Y'all done shared that everywhere. But Kelly dropped the bombshell though when Portia dropped the bombshell when Kelly pissed her off because she was talking about how many bodies she got, and then Portia said, "Okay, Kelly, because you were sleeping with that married preacher." Okay. So the more that Kelly keep messing with Portia, she gonna tell who this man is, who she not supposed to tell who he is. And I'm wondering, is it I'm not even gonna say. Because this gonna come out. But apparently Kelly slept with some pastor on the plane or on the trip after the BET Awards somewhere. Um I really have a feeling that by the end of this season, we're gonna know who the married man that Kelly slept with, because they just keep on poking the bear. I'm telling you, when somebody know a secret about you, and then you want to beef with them, guess what they gonna do? They gonna tell who it is. Okay, so keep on trying it. Keep on. We gonna see. But anyway, y'all, that was the end of my recap of episode 8 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Please make sure you tune in because I'm here for all of this mess, and I'm gonna break it down and I'm gonna give you my opinion on it because these women is crazy as hell. Okay, they really are. Like, I don't know, but all right, y'all, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye.